Hello and welcome. I'm Brad. I'm Sweaty. That's Si. He's Mikeless. And this pretty much sums up our channel right now. We're still trying to work out the kinks, but we hope you enjoy it. Anything you want to add, Si?
Cue the montage.
Oh my god, what a goal! Okay, so today we're talking about Monty Python and the Holy Grail. This is our third film of 1975, and so next video will be on 1976. This is the third one. This was Simon's choice. So, Simon, why did you pick this movie?
Well, I just thought that we'd watched two very serious films before, in Jaws and One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. And I thought, well, mix it up, do something a bit different. I've seen clips on YouTube before of Monty Python, mainly from the TV shows that they had.
Right, The Flying Circus.
That's the one. And I just thought it'd be quite a quirky film to watch. Something different that even you haven't seen as well, that you said last time.
Oh, yeah, exactly, yeah.
I haven't even seen it. I thought, even better, it's a win-win. So it's a film that we both haven't seen as well. So it'd be interesting to get your new thoughts on the film as well as mine.
Well, that's the thing. I don't like talking about movies I haven't seen because then I can't act like an expert yet. You know, I like to be pretentious, so I like to be like the expert who knows it all. Whereas here, I'm just having to like improv it now. You know,
you're a novice like me, so you're
exactly. Yeah, exactly. Okay, so this is directed by Terry Gilliam and Terry Jones, two members of the Monty Python. So, have you watched much of Monty Python? Obviously, you said you watched a couple of clips from the show, but have you watched any of the other movies or?
No, nothing at all. Nothing.
Oh, that's the end of that conversation. All right, so this is Monty Python and the Holy Grail, directed by Terry Jones and Terry Gilliam, and it's written by the Monty Python. So the synopsis of the movie is as such. A comedic send-up of the grim circumstances of the Middle Ages, as told through the story of King Arthur and framed by a modern-day murder investigation. When the mythical king of the Britons leads his knights on a quest for the Holy Grail, they face a wide array of horrors, including a persistent black knight, a three-headed giant, a cadre of shrubbery-challenged knights, the perilous Castle Anthrax, a killer rabbit, a house of virgins, and a handful of rude Frenchmen. It's always the bloody French. I think two scenes of this I knew of before I watched the movie because I'd seen them on line in clips and stuff.
Yeah, I think the only one I'd seen was the one when they first visited the castle.
With the swallow?
With the swallow, yeah, with the swallow. And the other one was near the end on the bridge.
Oh, really? I actually hadn't seen that one.
Oh,
right, I'd seen the Black Knight scene before. And I'll just say right now, I fucking love that scene. I love that scene so much.
Favourite scene, would you say?
That's my favourite scene. There's a lot of great scenes in it, but that in particular, I'm just laughing my head off. And that, like, when I'm on my own, I don't usually like laugh out loud that often, even watching a comedy. But this movie, like,
it's a silly comedy, isn't it? And I don't. Would you say it's an acquired taste? You say quite mild.
I would say it was because it's very surreal humour, and a lot of it's breaking the fourth wall, and then they'll just throw in animation, or they'll just completely break all logic for the bit of a gag. Well, because the movie's dated, but it's supposed to be dated. Like the low budget is kind of the jokes of it.
Yeah, of course it is. Yeah.
And it's like you know the ending bit. This is on the bit. Well, obviously we'll get into more detail later when I do the behind the scenes stuff. But the whole ending was because they didn't have the budget to do a battle. Right, so they just ended it with the police coming and arresting them.
So would they actually plan on doing a battle at the end then?
Well, yeah, like I think in their initial scripts that's what they wanted, but they didn't have the budget for it. So they just kind of.
Budget was?
Yeah, it was like £200,000.
Right. Okay.
They didn't even get a million. Actually, as well, that's really fascinating. Is that that people like Pink Floyd and stuff actually funded this movie?
Really?
Yeah, they got like. Basically, in order to pay for the budget, say it was like 200k, and they just got 10 different people to put in 20k. So they had rock bands like Led Zeppelin and Genesis and Pink Floyd all put in 20k each. Do you know who the 6 members of the Monty Python are?
Off the top of my head, I probably couldn't name them all.
How many could you name? To be fair, I wouldn't have been able to name as many as... I'd have been able to name 3 or 4. I wouldn't have gotten 2 of them.
Probably 4, probably.
Okay, go.
I knew you were going to put me on the spot like that. Ah, Sir Lancelot, Sir Robin.
No, you dickhead. The actors.
Oh, the actors. Sorry, apologies. No, I thought you wanted me to name the characters in them.
Right, no. Well, because that's the thing.
Like,
Between, like, one of the actors plays 12 different roles in the film. They all play most of the roles.
yeah. Right, so I thought you wanted me to give you the characters.
No, I want the actors' names, mate.
More specific. Oh, I couldn't tell you.
You couldn't tell me any of the actors' names?
I don't want to try in case I fail miserably.
No, try. Go ahead. Just no, go on, sorry.
No, because I've no idea. You just tell me who's in it.
All right, John Cleese.
Okay.
You heard John Cleese, haven't you?
I've heard of John Cleese, yeah.
Fawlty Towers and whatnot as well.
Yeah.
Michael Palin. Or Palin.
Yeah, I've heard of him,
yeah. Terry Gilliam, who was one of the directors of the film, who goes on to become quite a big director, like I mentioned earlier. Right, Terry Jones, who I'm not as familiar with. Eric Idle.
Not heard of him.
You haven't heard of Eric Idle? Right, and then Graham Chapman. Yep, so they were the 6. They were the 6 members of Monty Python. And like when you go on like the written by section, this movie, it says it was written by just Monty Python. So it doesn't actually, so I guess they all kind of contributed to the script.
Yeah.
But what's interesting really with the movie is that really it's just a series of sketches. There isn't really a plot. Like you think there's a plot, but really every scene is just its own original sketch.
Yeah.
But with just the same characters. Like there's no ongoing story throughout because that's just, I guess, what their style is. It's literally just kind of like the scene with the women in the tower.
Yeah.
It doesn't advance the story. There's nothing to it, but it's just funny as hell. It's just there to be funny. Like or the repressed peasant, that early scene.
Yeah.
Doesn't move anything along, but the scenes are just funny. Like funny's funny at the end of the day. Also, you know the opening credits?
Yeah.
They actually tricked me. I thought something was up with my Netflix, and I kept pausing the credits because I thought that I had the subtitles setting wrong, and then I got really
Swedish or something.
Yeah. I literally paused it and went on my subtitles, and I was like, hang on, it's in English. I was like, what? So I was like, okay, I'll leave it. I'll press play, and they were still popping up. So I then went back on my subtitles, turned subtitles off, and they were still there. And I thought Netflix had fucked up.
Right. If you've watched the clips before, I thought you'd have understood straight away that it would have been.
Well, that's the thing. Like, I'd only seen like the Black Knight clip and like one other clip years ago.
I had to see to have known how ridiculous the film was going to be.
Yeah, I know, but I just didn't think they'd do that.
Yeah.
I just thought it was a genuine mistake because I've had Netflix have done that before. They did it with Inglourious Bastards, where I watched it and like the title cards were dodgy and they were just like on a black screen with a bit of writing at the bottom. They were wrong.
Yeah.
So I just assumed Netflix cocked up again. And then as it goes on, I'm like, oh, damn, I'm an idiot.
Mine is I fart in your general direction.
Oh, yeah.
Your mother was a hamster and your father smelt of elderberries.
You know, I was literally going to send that quote to you when you were messaging me about like hurry up and shit. I was literally about to... yeah, because when you said hurry up, douche, I was going to put hurry up and then put that quote.
Are we cutting that? Because I don't know if douche is a good word to put in here.
Oh, it's very offensive, that word. Forget when I said bitch last week. Douche.
Douche just means shower in French. So I think it does anyway, I remember.
Okay, so my favourite, well, to be honest, they all come from the Black Knight scene. So, so when he gets his arm cut off and he's like, it's just a scratch, I've had worse.
Yeah.
Or when he gets all his limbs chopped off and he's like, all right, we'll call it a draw. Yeah. And then when they're walking off, he's like, oh, I see. Running away, eh? You yellow bastards. Come back here and take what's coming to you. I'll bite your legs off.
I was going to say, yeah, the night scene was up there. Other than that, I suppose I'd have to go with... Oh, it's tough because there's so many great scenes in it, really.
Yeah, because the movie is just scenes on its own, really. It's like, you know...
I will still go with the swallow scene, but that also includes when they're pushing up the big horse as well up to the castle.
Oh, the rabbit.
the rabbit or whatever it was, and they're pushing it up to the castle and they chuck it over. That was probably my favourite scene as well. It was tough between that one and the night scene.
Oh, when they're talking about their plan and they're breaking it down about how they're going to jump out of the big Trojan rabbit they built, only for them to realise that they've already put it. Yeah, it's only inside now. And then they all go their separate ways, and that's when you just get a series of,
Yeah.
what they do. Oh, and I really like the Sir Robin stuff. The songs about him. I like the songs about Sir Robin. And then when he meets like I forget what the conjoined triplets, the conjoined triplet night, and then he just leaves, and then the rest of it's just songs about how much of a pussy he is. I appreciated that. I appreciate it.
Like Mind You of You.
Exactly. Yeah. Also, like, I love how basically they had so little of a budget. They were like, screw it, let's just do animation for the stuff we can't afford. So for like God and for like the monster in the cave. And then the only way they beat the monster is because the animator had a heart attack. You're just like, what? Like, trying to analyse this movie is like trying to analyse the Beatles song I Am the Walrus. It's like not the point of it. Obviously, we're going to go for the age-old question. Can you add Piano Man to the film? Now, I actually think you can here, because of the fact they're so adamant on breaking like the fourth wall and just kind of, make it as surreal as possible, and then like when the historian's there and he just gets killed, and then like he keeps coming back throughout the movie.
Is that where you put it, would you?
No, I'd actually put it as to, when the prince keeps wanting to burst out into song.
Okay.
That's the song they end up singing.
Oh, right, yeah, it makes sense.
So all of them would be singing Piano Man.
Yeah, that is fitting. Where would I put it then? That's a very good scene actually to put it in. That's going to be a tough one to try and beat actually. I'll probably put it where... I don't know, that's a really tough one. I put it just before the scene of the singing, so where the knight's going up, killing all of them to get up to Prince Herbert.
Right. So it's just that Piano Man playing in the background.
Yeah. Right.
Because that would make a great action scene song, that would,
Yeah.
The reason why I find this tough is because all six are kind of interchangeable in their roles, and because they all kind of write and then two of them direct it, but they're all acting in it significantly.
Yeah, I would give it to...
I mean, you could if you want. I guess you could go Terry Gilliam or Terry Jones because they write, direct, and star in it. But then again, it's such an ensemble.
I'm going to give it to a character because they play numerous characters. So
fair enough.
I'll just give it to an actual character.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm going to give it to... So that's a real tough one for this one.
I struggled with this one.
The other two, I was quite confident in the ones I gave.
Yeah, definitely.
This film was a lot tougher. I'll give it to... I'll have to give me a few minutes on this one,
Well, because you didn't even know any of the actors either, so
I'll give it to... MVP for the character. There's so many like great scenes, and it's difficult to pick one. Man,
I mean, Michael Palin plays 12 roles, so maybe you could lean that way. Like I say, you could lean towards Terry Gilliam or Jones because they do direct it as well. Although actually,
have you got one?
I do actually, yeah. Although this seems to be going a bit, All right, yeah. So my MVP.
That could happen completely.
Oh really? No, I'm not repeating it.
Like the last 30 seconds.
I heard you say, "Have you got one?" And then.
Oh right, yeah. So do you have one?
Yeah. So my MVP is going to go to John Cleese. So John Cleese, mainly, even though they all do a great role and stuff, and everyone does a great job on it. John Cleese, he wrote the Black Knight scene.
Right. Okay.
And also, so he plays Sir Lancelot. He also plays the Black Knight. A French Taunter, and Tim the Enchanter.
Yeah.
So the Black Knight scene for me is is just what I'm separating it for, and I'm just giving it to him because he wrote that scene.
I'm still going to stick with mine of the French Taunter on that one.
The French Taunter, mate, you can't do that. Two of them play the French Taunters. Which one? It's either John Cleese or it's Michael Palin.
I'll go the one that says the quote. The one that I've chosen the quote for.
Right, look, way to specify.
Yeah, I don't know his actual name.
All right. I'm assuming it's John Cleese.
Even you don't know. So.
I'll have a look now.
That quote, I just thought that was one of the best quotes, if not the best quote in the film. It's also silly. They're all so silly in it, so it's.
Oh yeah, it's John Cleese. You have gone John Cleese as well then.
Well, I'm a copycat then, aren't I?
Exactly, fraud. Thank you for watching our video. If you want to look professional and act like it too, just see me and where I got this shirt.
And you can pay him absolutely nothing for some free advice on that to look professional.
I don't know how to get you an iron, but I can get you a shirt. That's the main thing.
It comes creased as well, all creased up just for your liking.
Exactly. We've got to keep it personal, just like our videos. And if you like them, like you like this shirt, don't forget.
Please roast Brad. Yep. Oh, that as well. See you in the next one.
See you in the next one. Bye.
Bye. Bye. Bye.